Because when life gives you lemons, you garnish a cocktail with them. It's Sully and Russ on the Big Biz Show.
CBS Radio Network, Business Talk Radio Network, Armed Forces Radio in 175 countries and all the ships at sea. Welcome one and all to the Big Biz Show. That's just the radio side. We're also on television, 44 million cable homes strong via Biz Television and American Life Network. Welcome, kids. Brought to you by Prudential. Let Prudential be your rock for retirement. Also brought to you by Bayer Advanced, better science, better results. Starbucks Coffee, Napa Auto Parts, Pawn Office Furniture, Outback Steakhouse, and our newest sponsor, Blast Applications. Hey, listen, Bobbye Brooks is in studio here. Bobbye Brooks is the CEO of a company called MediaForWomen.com. Bobbye, how are you? Good to see you.
Great, doing great. Glad to be here.
So, what you know what you stepped into when you walked in the studio?
What's going on?
I am getting a real good glimpse as I'm sitting between the two of you.
And you're still here.
We put a rose between the thorns every so often, Bobbye.
Yeah. Yes, we do. So,
Okay.
Bobbye, tell me about MediaForWomen.com.
Well, MediaForWomen.com is the website. Media for Women Enterprises is the company.
Okay.
And it's a full-service media and marketing company. We started as a company really focused to help women entrepreneurs help start their own business.
Right.
We are on a tear with the women with the momtrepreneur stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, we produce a show called Momstown for the network. We've had several gals on to talk about this, and I'll tell you, the response from our audience is huge every time. I mean, we've been doing this show for 15 years. We've been syndicated for the last 7 or 8. And I've never ever seen more response from any guest. Other than when gals in business.
We got a list of names that could offend.
Now, what is it? Is there are we on a pre-peak for women entrepreneurs, or has it been like this forever?
I don't think it's been like this forever. I think that women now today have more opportunity than they've ever had with the online world and the marketing opportunities that are out there, and women can start their own business now a lot faster and a lot more affordable.
And by doing it from your home, a lot less makeup.
Yeah. You don't have to work.
Ladies, I'm just saying, you don't have to get up and go out. You just go.
You can save money on the wardrobe. You can definitely
yeah.
save money on the wardrobe. But
so give me an example. Do you take somebody from inception to fruition?
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. Actually, we ran a contest last year about people that just had a great business idea. We're really experts at helping people that have an idea take it from nothing to a real business. So we had this contest. It was published all over the country. Mm-hmm. We had several hundred applicants, and just chose someone in January out of Las Vegas.
Really? And what was the business?
Okay, well, they've had a 23-year career in acupuncture medicine. They've done all kinds of stuff with Oriental medicine.
That's nothing to poke fun at, Bob.
Yeah, but it's a very physical business.
Right. Sure.
She never had a website.
Yeah.
Knew nothing about social media.
Yeah.
Who's
that sound like?
You.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the needles.
Yes.
So even though she had the business, she really didn't have the ability. She moved from San Diego to Las Vegas, had no way to really reestablish herself. Didn't know anyone.
So she made every mistake in the book, basically.
Well, it's
let's take an established business and move it somewhere we know nobody.
Yeah.
How perfect.
For personal reasons.
Okay,
but,
all right.
Anyway, so
divorce. That's something in my
Gambler.
Okay.
So we ended up helping her with the website, social media, video production, and now her business doesn't have to just be in one location.
So you're almost like a coach, like a business coach is what you
we do business consulting, coaching, you name it.
Okay, here's the deal. I've got a venture capital background, an investment banking background before I got into radio. And one thing we've adopted a saying on this show is that passion, because I was
wondering which one you're going to pull out.
Yeah. Because we hear a lot of people say, follow your passion and you can be successful. The problem with that is passion without talent equals American Idol auditions. And really, your job has got to be very difficult for people that want to come and hire you to create their, they're going to make their way in shoelace retipping, and they always wanted to be a shoelace retipper, and this is going to be it for me. Uh-huh. But how do you handle that when you've got your job is to make these people at least push them out of the nest?
Right.
But in your heart of hearts, I mean, is there a trick for that? Is there a way to move them into the right direction?
You bring up a really good point. We call it managing expectations.
Yeah.
Because people come in with their dream that they're going to be rich overnight.
Anytime a gal has said to me in a bar, look, let me manage your expectations.
Yeah, that's
things never go well after that.
the truth hurts.
Yeah.
But actually, part of our job, though, is to do that, to help people understand that, okay, you have a great idea, but it may be 6 months to 6 years in development.
Wow.
So we can't promise them or guarantee them, oh, if you come in, you can,
Right.
you'll be rich in the next month. I mean, it does take a process.
What do you do now? What do you do if you know? And I look at my mom. God bless her. Bob. I worked for many years at General Dynamics. She
You
was
got an idea for how to build a plane in her
no,
backyard?
no, but she was. She was on the cover of. She broke the glass ceiling for women back in the 70s.
Right.
I mean, she was one of these. She was one of these gals that negotiated on the management side for human resources. And one thing that she always said was that bad news is always served best warm. So when we get back to the break, I want to talk a little bit about that because I think your job is more difficult these days because people are reinventing themselves. They don't have jobs. They've got to figure out what they're going to do for a living.
I want to look up that company in Vegas. What's it called? Needles Direct?
Russ and Sully, Big Biz Show, bigbizshow.com, CBS Radio, Business Talk Radio. We're going to take a quick break. Back with Bobbye Brooks. Go check out their website in the meantime, mediaforwomen.com. Bobbye Brooks is our guest. She is the CEO for a company called Media for Women. I said mediaforwomen.com. It's actually Media for Women Enterprises. Her and her partner, Tony Lee Adamson, the co-founder. Now, do we get Tony Lee next time? Do you both of them? Okay.
Who lost you lost the coin toss this time, huh?
Tony,
I did.
Tony's like the teller of Penn and Teller.
Uh-huh.
Right?
She's silent.
Yeah, she sits there and smiles and laughs and nods at everything Bobbye says.
Every so often there's a
that's what she thinks. Yeah.
bullet in her teeth.
She's actually probably the driving force
She's the
behind
boss,
it.
absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So listen, that's what I have to come to this thing because it seems to me that when you go through would you just stop? What's wrong with you? What is this all about? It has nothing to do with the show.
It was the Penn and Teller bit because it was the fake. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
I'll
ahead.
have your mics off for the rest of the show.
Okay, I'll be downstairs.
Okay, so here's my question:
Okay.
is when you go through this stuff and these people hire you, and you've got to. I mean, listen, I know you can't guarantee them success, but at some point, you have to have that talk with these folks,
Yeah.
and especially because we went through what I call the Great Correction. Okay, unemployment's higher than it was in the Great Depression. If you look no further than National University stock, University of Phoenix stock, these stocks are blowing up because people are reinventing themselves. So they're either going to get educated and go back to work, or they're going to start their own jobs. So you're presented with a two-edged sword. Business is booming on one end, but there's a lot of bad ideas or a lot of uneducated or unexperienced people. How do you rectify that?
Well, business works, as you know, if you have not just a great idea, but you have a plan,
Yeah.
known as a business plan,
Yeah.
and investments or some sort of budget for that plan.
Yeah.
A lot of people come in and they really think it's going to kind of magically happen. They
Yeah.
don't have a plan. They don't have any money. And so...
Sounds like Russ on a Tuesday.
Hey,
I got no plan, I got
plan,
no
no
money,
and where's my shirt?
and I lost my driver's license.
So I think because we're women, we've been in business 10 years together. We've started several businesses. And you mentioned that warmth kind of, come in before you get hit upside the head. You kind of have this warm feeling. But we're able to give them counsel.
So you can steer them.
Oh, absolutely.
And you find that a big part of your job?
Oh, absolutely.
All right,
yes.
let's turn to social media. I was a guy, we had a national radio show before we got on TV and a website. I said, why, dude? I don't need anything else. I got a huge audience. What are you talking about?
An 800 number?
Yeah, we had a fax machine and a pager.
We're in.
I never really grasped fully the fact until this year that new media is all media, including the social media and everything else. Tell me how you guys use social media with your consulting.
Well, we actually have something called social media atomics, where it's like social media on steroids.
What is
that? You can think
I
about
want
that.
Supersize something.
Well,
I'll
when
have
people,
what she's having.
People think of social media as, I have a Facebook page. I'm on Twitter, right?
Right, that's what I think it is.
That's it.
And
No.
YouTube.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, that's part of it.
All right.
But literally, there are over 500 social media sites.
Really?
Yes. And the reason we use about 150 of them in social media is because Google likes them.
SMA, Social Media Atomics.
Yes.
In fact, folks, if you're listening,
Ooh, look at that.
Our TV audience can see this, but our radio audience, you should go to Media for Women. It's number 4, by the way, mediaforwomen.com, and click on the Social Media Atomics. This is amazing. So you have a metric that can
Absolutely.
Really?
It's very cool. We know that Google and the other search engines love social media now. It's part of their algorithms.
Yeah, sure.
So we create a plan based upon the business to take social media to a whole new level.
Is the idea to drive customers, or is it just awareness? What is the end game for social media? Because I could never have
A little of both.
I can't grasp
Absolutely.
it yet. I mean, look, I got
Yeah.
7,000 followers on Twitter because I think they like my stock picks. I think that's the only reason that I have that many.
It
Seriously,
depends what
because they
you
get
do.
something out of it.
Yeah.
So I put a Twitter message out every once in a while. You know, I usually do a couple times a day. Something.
Absolutely, yes.
But and then Facebook, what do we got? 1,600 friends. We don't even know how to log on. Right?
It was a Wednesday morning. I tried to set that up. Bad
I'm
Tuesday.
serious. I mean, I want to understand. If I can understand this, everybody can understand this. And I have had a hard time grasping the need.
We hear that every day.
Okay, so
Yeah.
continue that.
Okay, so what social media should be used based upon ultimately what your goals are for your business. For some businesses, it's driving that bottom line. You want people to get back to your website or to whatever your site is that you're selling something.
Yeah.
For some, it's purely awareness. It's like the branding. You want your brand image everywhere possible. A lot of people don't realize that, about, and I'm skeptical to put out any specific statistics, but really somewhere between 70 and 80% of people are online on a regular basis searching for businesses.
Okay.
So if they can find you on Facebook, Twitter, these other stumble upon.
So
these
you're just
other
buying more
websites,
raffle tickets, is what you're saying.
You're doing everything you can to put your face, your message, your name out there through every medium possible, right? So if you just have a website,
Sounds like it takes a lot of time.
well, it takes effort. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's
And
why they
just for
hire
women,
us.
What if a guy?
Half our business is men now.
Is it really?
Yeah, we've moved on from women to their husbands to their husbands'
So it's
businesses.
Russ, by the way.
Hey, that's
a good.
Oh yeah, we work with
coincidence?
everybody.
This whole Dame Edna thing I got going, I might want to bring in a website
no,
for.
it's-
Well, that's it. So, listen, I want to have you back, and I want to talk about maybe do a series on some of this stuff because we have we have tried to talk about social media with people before on the air, and I get it. But you're the first one that's kind of put it in perspective for me because now I understand. It's about raffle tickets, Russ. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
It's if you want to win the car, you
Right.
got to buy more raffle tickets.
That's-
And all the social media outlets represent, in my mind, more raffle tickets. And the more places I'm at, the more chances my number's going to get picked. Right?
That's a good way to put it.
Duh.
Bingo. See?
Hello.
Can use that.
Like
Put it
that.
right on your website.
No, write that down.
Raffle ticket atomics.
No, get
is
that.
what they're
Get
gonna. What raffle ticket atomics is what they'll call that.
Good one.
Oh, I just played the wrong music.
That's
let's
okay.
let's do this one. All right, good. All right,
We'll get that in editing.
Bobbye Brown, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And special hello to Tony Lee Adams.
What?
Brooks.
Media
Brooks.
Did you get that all the time?
Never. It's the first time. Just Google it. You
know Bobbye Brown
comes
is,
up
don't you?
first. Bobbye Brown's like a rapper or something.
No, it's the makeup person.
We have a makeup.
Bobbye Brooks is her name. Mediaforwomen.com
We
is
need
the
a hair
website.
person.
We'll put that website up on our website. We're going to have you back. I want to do a series with you on this stuff. Russ and Sully on the Big Biz Show. BigBizShow.com is our website. Hour number 2 coming up next. Steve Wiseman, the Scam Man. John Sarkeesian from Challenge Athletes Foundation. Follow me on Twitter at Big Biz Radio. Our website, BigBizShow.com. See you in a minute.